This goes out to all the disgruntled and angry people in the world. Okay, this is my first YouTube video. Never done this before, so please be kind. Constructive criticism is welcome, but if you say anything rude or derogatory, I will either ignore it or I will block you completely. So here goes. My name's Dave. I'm a biker, if you know, couldn't tell by the cut that I'm wearing. I do belong to a club, not going to say which one it is. I'm also a gamer, and I'm also a huge nerd. If you couldn't tell by the Boba Fett shirt that I'm wearing right now, I'm absolutely huge into Star Wars. Huge into Star Trek, Aliens vs. Predator, pretty much anything sci-fi fantasy, you name it, I'm probably into it. I am married, I do have children. Okay, enough about me. First thing I wanted to touch on, something that absolutely has irritated me for many years now, feminism. I absolutely can't stand modern day feminism. It's a joke to me, 100%. The ideal that it started out as with women's equal rights, that I do agree with. But what it's turned into nowadays, it's, like I said, it's just a joke to me. I don't understand it, probably will never understand it, don't want to understand it. Point blank, simple as that. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of video series from various different people that have channels, and two of the ones that stand out to me the most are Lacey Green and Anita Sarkeesian. Don't know them personally, probably will never know them personally, but my opinion of them, just from what I've seen and heard, not a very high opinion of either one of them. That being said, you know, if they want to respond to this video, by all means respond. You know, if you want to get into a discussion, then let's get into a discussion. You know, but I'm saying this just based on my personal experience with it. You know, some of the things I've been told and the insults and derogatory statements I've had thrown at me may not even necessarily be ones you would have said to me. You know, like I said, I don't know you personally. So, that being said, just a little bit of backstory on that here just the other day. In fact, it's Monday now. Last Thursday, I actually had a meeting with my riding club. I was heading up there. As soon as I got off my bike, this lady, who I'm guessing was mid-40s to early 50s, just starts hurling insults at me. You're this, you're that, you're a piece of crap, you're a piece of shit. You're just a dirty, low-down, no-good biker piece of junk. And her whole basis was because I was a guy. Thing she didn't realize, obviously, since I didn't stop and engage her in conversation at all, I just ignored it and walked away. My riding club specifically does have women members. Maybe if you'd have stopped and asked me a damn question to begin with, you'd have found that out instead of being a freaking self-centered little bitch. And yes, I did use the word bitch, so if that offends you, I apologize, but my personal opinion. And I also do apologize for the quality of the video. Like I said at the beginning, this is my first video. I'm just shooting it off of my phone right now. Okay, second thing. MrRepzion, you, sir, are God to me. A lot of the things I've heard you say in your videos, I wholeheartedly agree with 100%. Especially when it comes to religion. I live in an area where there's one particular religious group that is pretty much 99% dominant in my area. And with a lot of Christian-based religions, they think they're the only one that's important. Everything they say is the word of God. And if you don't agree with them, don't think like them, or don't believe what they believe in, then you're a piece of shit. So, I absolutely revel in the fact that every time someone brings that to me, I throw it right back in their face. I have been called such names as "you are a bigot" because I don't agree with this particular religion's ideals. Well, how am I a bigot if I'm married to a woman that's half black? Figure that one out. I have a child with this woman. You know, does that make me a racist bigot because my wife is half black and my 2-year-old son is a quarter? And doesn't even look it for one? So, yeah, figure that one out. But, MrRepzion, like I said, you are a complete god to me. I agree wholeheartedly with you 100%. And again, if you would like to have some kind of a discussion about something that you've maybe said in the video or anything I've said in this video, then by all means, let's have at it. You know, nothing to where we're throwing insults at each other, but just a constructive, criticized discussion. You know, I'm perfectly okay with that. The other person I wanted to touch on was AlphaOmegaSin. That man is a god to me as well. I've watched a lot of his rant videos, and just like MrRepzion, I agree with him 100%. Especially since he's coming more from a gaming perspective. I'm a huge gamer. You know, maybe not to the point that some people are nowadays, but, you know, it's the typical story, you know. I started off on the Atari 2600 when I was 3 years old. My parents had an Atari 2600, and from there it just blossomed. My wife doesn't understand it personally because she's not really into that kind of thing, but she lets it be because that's who I am. You know, currently, one of my favorite games, Knights of the Old Republic, if you couldn't tell. You know, that's by far one of my most favorite Star Wars games on the planet. I'm also heavy into Ghostbusters. You know, I was born in 1984. You know, that was the highest grossing movie of that year. You know, Bill Murray is an excellent actor. Harold Ramis, rest in peace. He was an excellent actor. Dan Aykroyd, excellent actor. Ernie Hudson, loved him in Oz as well. That's one of my favorite shows as well, is Oz. But again, enough about me. You know, Alpha, you're a god, just point blank. And like with MrRepzion, you want to have a discussion about something? By all means, let's do it. You know, I have no problem responding to constructive criticism. If you have something that you'd like to say to me personally, to the effect of, well, you could have done this better, maybe you should try this next time, or maybe this is the route you should take, by all means, let's have at it. So like I said, please be kind. I'll put some information in the description about how to get a hold of me if you'd like to get a hold of me personally. So yeah, like I said, disgruntled biker signing out.